Hey guys, it's Sydney and Cadence here. Today we're going to be talking about Christopher Columbus, with Columbus Day being tomorrow.
Which is also Teacher Conference Day.
Yeah. Still,
We will not be.
we're going to be talking about the big hero, Christopher Columbus, who discovered America. Hold on, let me right back. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't him. It was Leif Erikson. And I'm actually trying to get a petition of over 1,000 signatures to change Columbus Day to Amerigo Day, because Amerigo Vespucci is, we got America. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, and he was literally like the first person to discover America. He was actually second, beside Leif Erikson.
His piece of hair right here, like sticking out.
Anyways, into the video. So Columbus wasn't a hero. When he set foot on the sandy beach in the Bahamas on October 12, 1492, Columbus discovered that the islands were inhabited by friendly, peaceful people called the Lucanias, Taínos, and Aurochs. I don't know if I'm saying them right. Sorry to you tribes that I'm saying wrong. Writing in his diaries, Columbus said that they were handsome, smart, and kind people. He noticed that the gentle Aurochs were remarkable for their hospitality. They offered to share with anyone, and when you ask for something, they never say no. See, that's a problem, especially with kids nowadays. You don't say no, they're going to walk right over you. Literally. They offered to share with anyone. Oh, I just said that. He said the Aurochs had no weapons. Their society had neither criminals, prisons, nor prisoners. They were so kind-hearted that Columbus noted in his diary on the day that Santa Maria was shipwrecked, the Aurochs labored for hours to save his crew and cargo. The native people were so honest that not one thing was missing. See, I wish people were like that nowadays. But I guess people don't get really awarded for that.
I'm gonna read it.
Okay, you're reading it.
Columbus was impressed with the hard work of these gentle islanders, that he immediately seized their land for Spain.
He's just reading. Spain and enslaved them to work in his brutal gold mines. Within only 2 years, 125,000, half of the population of the original Native Americans on the island, were dead. Sorry if I'm boring you guys with facts, but this is some serious stuff.
It's not funny.
No warning, Christopher
Do not
Columbus.
celebrate Columbus Day.
I'm begging you, don't do it. Don't give this guy credit for something he never even did.
We're gonna get to the bad part.
If he were alive today, he'd be waiting for his execution. Shockingly, Columbus surprised the selling of native girls into sexual slavery. That's messed up. Young girls of the ages 9 to 10. That's literally her age. Oh, 10. Turning 11. Literally. Girls this age. Look at this. Young, small hands, tiny noses.
Not all of us. Let's go.
Still, they're being sold to his men, his working men that were like age 30s to 20s to 30s, to have sex with them.
Yeah, we're getting to the really, really bad part. Do not.
Were the most desired by his men. In 15,000, Columbus casually wrote about it in his log. He said, hundreds of castellanos are as easily obtained for women as for a farm. It is very general. There are plenty of dealers who go about looking for girls. Those from 9 to 10 are now in demand. He forced those peaceful natives to work in his gold mines until they died of exhaustion. If an Indian worker did not deliver his quota of gold dust by Columbus' deadline, soldiers would cut off the man's hand and tie them around his neck to send him a message.
Slavery was so intolerable for the sweet, gentle land people that at one point 100 of them committed mass
Suicide. And we all know suicide today is never something to laugh about.
Law for the bitch.
Did you seriously just say bitch?
No, it's forbade. Forbade the enslavement of Christians. But Columbus solved this problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've yawned twice. He simply refused to baptize the native people of Hispania.
Hispaniola, I think.
I don't even want to say that.
On his second trip to the New World, Columbus brought canines and attacked dogs. If a native resisted slavery, he would cut off a nose or an ear. If slaves tried to escape, Columbus had burned them alive. Yeah. Other times, he sent attacked dogs to hunt them down, and the dogs would tear off their arms and legs of the screaming natives while they were still alive. If the Spaniards ran short of meat to feed the dogs, Iraq babies were killed for dog food. See, this guy is not just wicked, he's messed up in the mind. I mean, babies? If anything, I would have taken them when they were young and trained them to do like Native American. Not saying anything. I don't mean Native Americans, but like slavery will work. Not saying it's okay either way, but still, you don't kill babies. That's messed up.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Columbus' acts of cruelty were so unspeakable and so legendary, even in his own day, that Governor Francis D. Bobadilla arrested Columbus and his two brothers, slapped them into chains, and shipped them off to Spain to answer for their crimes against the Iraqs. But the king and queen of Spain, their treasury filling up with gold, pardoned Columbus and let him go free. You king and queen, you're supposed to be setting a great examples for you people, not letting a murderer go. This is messed up just because you're getting money. You can obviously send anybody else out there to do it that you know will kill a bunch of people.
One day Columbus...
No, you entirely messed that up. One of Columbus' men, Bartolome de las Casas,
so was mortified by Columbus' brutal atrocities against the native peoples that he quit working for Columbus and became a
Catholic priest. He described how the Spaniards under Columbus's command cut off the legs of children who ran from them to test the sharpness of their blades. According to de las Casas, the men made bet as to who with one sweep of his sword would cut a person in half. He says that Columbus' men poured people full of boiling soap in a single day. De las Casas was an eyewitness as the Spanish soldiers dismembered, beheaded, and raped 3,000 native people. Such as inhumanities and barbarisms were committed in my sight as no age can parallel. De las Casas wrote, "My eyes have seen these acts so foreign to human nature that now I tremble as I write." De las Casas spent the rest of his life trying to protect the helpless native people, but after a while there were no more natives to protect, so he killed off all the natives. Now I see why black people hate white people. I'm sorry for what they did in the past, but you gotta let it go. You hold on to the past, you're gonna miss the future, which right now is practically gonna lead to a World War III. So pretty much there is no future. Just like I've said to my mom dozens of times. Experts generally agree that before 1492, the population on the island of the Hispaniola probably numbered above 3 million. Within 20 years of Spanish arrival, it was reduced to only 60,000 within 50 years. Not a single original native inhabitant could be found. In 16, Spanish historian Peter Marriott wrote, "A ship without compass, chart, or guide, but only following the trail of dead Indians who have been thrown from the ships could find its way to the Bahamas to Hispaniola." Christopher Columbus derived most of his income from slavery. De las Casas noted, in fact, Columbus was the first slave trader in the Americas. As the native slaves died off, they were replaced with black slaves. Columbus's son became the first African slave trader in 1505. Are you surprised you never learned any of this from school? I am too. Why do we have this extraordinary gap in our American ethos? Columbus himself kept detailed diaries, as did some of his men, including De las Casas and Michel de Cuno. If you don't believe me, just Google the words Columbus, sex slave, and gold mine. Columbus' reign of terror is one of the darkest chapters in the history. The real question is, why do we celebrate a holiday in honor of this man? So, in conclusion, after all that, please don't celebrate Columbus Day. Please show this to all your friends, family members. Please like or dislike. Comment if you liked it. Dislike or comment if you hated it and what you want us to change. If we can always take the video down and re-upload it.
Stay tuned, guys.
And please subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. Have a terrible Columbus Day.